And that will be the main theme for your 3 activities today. Okay, the theme will be goodbye to the sit-down meal. Okay, and we'll talk and discuss, and you will have to come up with activities for this lesson. And this is the topic. Okay, so you can read it, maybe read the vocabulary, what is it about, the picture. It's from this book. I use this book in the university, and I think it's a good book to practice, okay? But I just took some of the ideas from here, and I like that unit, so that's why I chose it.
North Star.
Yeah. Yeah, it is North Star 4. There's North Star 5, but I think that's the one that is, this is the maximum one that we saw in university. We saw North Star 1, 2, 3, 4. So, well, everyone welcome. And like I told you before, this is a review session for listening, is for the listening skill, and today we're going to work individually in your practicums. So the last part of our class, you will have 45 minutes for every one of you to present your plan for the unit that I just provided you. So we should get started. And why are we taking into consideration listening? We take listening into consideration because from the time that we communicate, that is 70%, 45% of the time we're listening, and the rest we're speaking. Listening is the activity that we cannot omit. We can say, I am not going to speak, I am not going to read, I am not going to write. But listening is something we cannot avoid doing. Yes? Well, maybe we cover our ears, but even so, sometimes you eventually hear something. So, listening is an activity that is difficult to teach. It's kind of hard, in fact, because it comes incorporated. But we can give students advice. We can give our learners strategies and relaxation methods or things like that, so they can have the most from their listening tests. To begin with, we're going to have a formative assessment. I would like you to go to this website. Be in your cell phones, please, not in the computer, cell phones. Go to, oh, you can use the computers, by the way, but if you want to use your cell phones, it's fine.
And it cannot be read.
Can you write
Cannot be
it?
read. Can you
Oh,
write it because the
yes, of
colors
course.
interrupt.
Sorry, I was not counting on the projector.
Yeah.
Socrative. In fact, I don't know why they call it Socrative, but it's Socrative for us. So that's the website, b.socrative.com.
Creative.
Yes?
Maybe for creativity.
Maybe,
And
Socrative, yes. So I would like you to go to this website and you select that you're a student. This is the student login. And then they ask you for a room. My room is this one. It's my name with ones in betweens. A1, N1, DR1, R1, yes?
Okay.
Should it that way or just your creativity?
It was my creativity, yes.
The creativity.
I was trying to write other things like serial killer or things like that, but they didn't accept that. They said it was not educational. So you enter your name and then you begin. So you're waiting there in my room. You're waiting for me to come in with a quiz, right? Okay. So I'm waiting too. Oh, there. Okay, so I select, I have 2 quizzes. We're going to do the pre-assessment one. And here you can see, as teachers, we can create quizzes here. Let me erase this, I'm sorry. You can create your quiz. In this case, if I go back, I could show you a little bit of the tool. I have 2 quizzes. World Facts quiz, this is one I practiced with senior class. And I used their cell phones because we didn't have laptops. And the other one is listening pre-assessment. This is the one I created for today's assessment first. So you just click here, and here you have options: disable students' names, randomized question order, blah blah blah. I want to know your name, so I didn't turn this on. And then randomized question order, answer order, disable student feedback. I want to know the results, or I don't want to know the results. I do want to know the results. So here you should appear. You should write your names. there. Okay, I have JC. Who else is there? Carlito. So, I decided to give you the chance to go at your own pace, because there are 3 options here for the tests. You can go your own pace, like you finish the question, you go to the next one. The student can go at its own pace, but you don't receive feedback. All the questions that I have put have feedbacks. And my pace, the teacher controls what question you see and what question you don't, and when does she or he stop. So right now you're going to go your pace and begin answering all the questions. You have 7 questions, okay? So please begin answering the questions. I'll wait for you. You don't have more than 3 minutes for answering these questions. And then we'll go one by one. So, Miguel, you're, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
So, here you have the progress, 100% of progress, and here are the scores for the questions, okay? We could see questions one by one. The first question was, what is the purpose of the pre-listening section? That was question number 1. You answered to prepare students to listen, to ensure student success, to get students excited about listening, or A, B, and C. The answer is A, B, and C. It's for everything. Generally, our perception is that students are doing the pre-listening activities, if there is a pre-listening activities in the book, because we are preparing them just to listen. But we're preparing them for everything. We're preparing them to get them excited about the listening, to motivate them, to also demonstrate that they will be successful if they follow these steps, acquire new vocabulary, and learn more about their activities.
Can you tell
So-
me the 3 options again?
Yes, the pre-listening section is, the purpose is to prepare students to listen, to ensure student success, and to get students excited about listening. Well, here you can get the reports, and here I can show you my quizzes, and you can download the quiz in PDF, like I have it here. So we can see question by question, and just the desktop, the typical. So here we have it. And again, is that good for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first question, and the answer was letter D. For the 3 things we should prepare our students to listen, okay? For the pre-listening section, we should prepare them to listen, to ensure their success, and to get them excited about listening. Second question, how many parts do you find in a pre-listening activity set? You find 3 parts, okay? And what are the 3 parts of the pre-listening? Generally, we think that pre-listening is just introducing vocabulary. And it's not only that. Sometimes we think that pre-listening is only discussing. And it's not only about that. Sometimes we want them to predict based on pictures. But it's not only about that. It's about the 3 things. Okay? It's about, think about, vocabulary, and predict. This is the answer. Okay? These are the 3 pre-listening activities that we should do before. Yes?
We always do it in the reading and writing courses. This is the sequence that the book follows.
Yes, correct, because these books are aimed for the new, like I said last class, that we're talking about Jeremy Harper, and this is like the new method, ESA. So pre-listening will be the E to get them into the activity. It will be the engagement, okay? Now, the engagement here is long, because the engagement has 3 activities in listening. Those 3 activities are think about, vocabulary, and predict, okay? Now, these pre-listening activities are not necessarily spoken or listening. It could be written, it could be read, they could be discussed, okay? As soon as we finish with the test, I will give you some suggestions on what to do in each pre-listening activity. On number 4, it says, in the while listening section, what is more important? to listen and take notes, to listen while reading the answers, to listen and mark the answers in the answer sheet, or to just listen? What do you think is the answer?
Number 2.
The answer for number 4 is this one, letter D,
Just to
to
listen.
just listen. It is demonstrated that our students and us as English learners, we can listen for 2 minutes without losing concentration. More than 2 minutes will require notes. Generally, our tests from B2 level, like ELASH or ECCE, do not need the students to take notes because the conversations are very short and very understandable. Not only for us, for them too. Problem is that they are not used, they don't have the the auditory fluency. They don't have it. They don't know how to listen for more than a minute, and they don't understand. They don't get ideas. We have to prepare students to get the ideas. So sometimes, yes, we prefer to take notes, but when the listening audio file is more than 2 minutes. More than 2 minutes, obviously, any human will need to take notes. For example, when you're teaching TOEFL, in the TOEFL, it is recommended in every book to take notes because the lectures are 3 to 5 minutes. That is humanly impossible because you cannot listen to theoretical classes for more than 2 minutes without not taking notes on the topics and the subtopics, and then you have to elaborate on that and speak about it. But that's TOEFL. In the B2 level that we're teaching our students, it is not recommended to take notes. Even so, when you're teaching TOEFL, you should teach your students that they are not required to take notes. If they need to take notes, they should take notes of names, of topics, because they will see and they will get the main idea as they listen. Okay? It's not about taking notes and making a full page out of an academic lecture, but just to get the names or subsections or subtopics about something. Next question. To put into practice a while listening activity, which question should be answered? What will be the listening outcome? What are we listening to? Why do I want to practice, or which exercise is best for the test? Which do you think is the best question to prepare our while listening activity?
B.
Yes. B is the answer. What are we listening to? Yes. What are we listening to? What is the purpose of this? What are we going to listen to? So that is the question. If you want to create your own activities, obviously, generally we just do it from the book. Yes. But even the book, sometimes the activities from the books are not useful for our students. So sometimes we would prefer to come up with a new activity that replaces this activity that is not according to the outcome of the student. We know that sometimes the books are very useful because of their syllabus, because of their content, but sometimes the exercises don't go with our students' reality. Number 6, how many types of exercises exist in the while listening section? 1, 2, 3, or as many as you can come up with. It depends on your creativity. The while listening section should have 3 exercises, okay? And we're going to explore what the 3 exercises are later as time goes by today, okay? Now, what is the purpose of the post-listening activities? This is a very interesting thing I also learned while I was coming up with these questions. A, to check answers and give feedback. B, to give feedback. C, to assess speaking by reporting on the listening experience. Or D, to check if the information was understood and if it's likely to be used in the future. The answer was letter D. Post-listening for us, generally for me, 2 days ago, it meant checking the answers and giving feedback. Feedback for me is telling the answers and telling them why this is the correct answer. For the experts, post-listening activities not only checking the answers, but also seeing that this information that you're using will be used in the future or will be used in the same lesson for other purposes, not only the listening purposes. It's not like, okay, you listen and then let's go to the reading. is you listen. Okay, what did you get from that? I learned the word overcome. Okay, how would you use the word overcome? That's how it's the post-listening activities should be done. Okay. This is a special question, especially for people that are teaching listening courses or that are including listening in their modules. For example, if you're teaching grammar, you have a little module of listening, a little activity. But that activity is only the activity, but it doesn't have a background. So when they do the activity, the students say, Miss, can you repeat again? Miss, I repeat one more time. I didn't get the answers. Yes? So we are not preparing our students to listen. We're just telling them to do, because listening for us is another activity. But it's not an activity. Listening is a skill. So we should practice that skill a little bit more. Well, so those are the questions that that were included in the plan. I am going to give you now to proceed. I'm not sure if Miss Lee is coming, so we should continue. Well, that's so creative. And this is what we were doing. We're going to do a little activity called a joke. It's a joke. And it's called A Walk with a Lion. So, it's not Leo Lion, it's another lion. Here. We're going to do this activity here. This activity includes the 3 sections for listening. You can use a pen. If you don't have one, I can provide one for you. You have a pen? Yeah, you have a pen? So you can see in the worksheet, it says joke, a walk with a lion. That is the topic. Okay, it's a topic. So I am going to discuss a reading? No, I'm going to listen to a joke. Okay? Pre-listening activities. First, think about, make a list of the things that make you laugh. Please, let's write 4 things that make you laugh. What makes you laugh? What are the things that make you laugh? Don't worry, you won't share that with anyone. It's just to make you think about things that make you laugh. Maybe you laugh when a person falls. Yeah, that's very normal. We try not to laugh, but we do. We try. And then we help. And when your friend comes up with a funny video, yes, that makes you laugh. Generally, funny videos about your career and your students, yes, that makes you laugh. Do you have the 4 ideas? Yes? Okay, please share with me from the 4 ideas, share 2. It's fine. Let's share 2 ideas. Tony, what are your 2 ideas?
Okay, when somebody laughs as well.
Okay, and another idea?
And when I watch comedies.
Okay, ask me Elvis.
Okay, what are your ideas?
One, when I watch just for laughs, for example. That's
Right,
YouTube.
yes, it's very funny.
Yeah, I like to watch those videos, and also when somebody falls.
It's true. But it's true, it's true.
That's not okay.
I know, it's not
supposed to help not to laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, you laugh first and then you help. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you help. Okay, please, ask Juanqui.
What about you, Bishop? What makes you
Well,
laugh?
when I'm surfing the net, I usually laugh when I see some funny names.
Okay.
I guess there are another thing is called photographs.
Yes?
When in some situations that people are taking pictures and something is behind that is not, it shouldn't be there.
Right,
Oh,
that's
okay.
very funny. Yeah, it's true. It's very funny. Ask please for Leo. Ask Leo.
Can you, what makes you laugh?
When I hear a funny joke, a good joke. When I see a funny movie.
Okay, very good. Please ask Carlos.
What makes you laugh?
Okay, when I watch comedies, and sometimes when I watch Barcelona.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Sensible topic.
No
It's a sensible topic. Okay, well, let's continue. Ask Leo.
What makes you laugh?
Yeah. The same reasons.
When you watch Barcelona?
Funny movies and
Oh.
no. Funny movies and watching another person laughing.
Right, right. Very good.